Hey all. In this video, we're going to be interviewing a local band from Atlanta. They're an indie rock band, and it's Ugly Smile. If you're new to this channel, I'm Chris with Picks and Sticks Music Studio, and we're an all things music channel, and we like to support our local artists and bands. If you like this interview, subscribe and hit the bell for notifications, and hit the like button if you can. Not only does that help the channel, but also helps the bands. More likes we get, more views they get on this video. So I'm very excited about this band. This is episode number 20 of the local artists and band series. And I'm going to bring in Ugly Smile. I'm going to unmute them and then start bringing them in.
Hello. Whoa.
Hello.
Us. I really appreciate you guys being here with us. And we have, I think Scott Reeves is here tonight helping out with the moderation and stuff like that. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, put them in the chat and we'll get those answered and stuff. If my volume is not good enough, let me know. I can raise it and lower my volume. I have a new microphone I'm using tonight. I've never used it before, like I said, and I'm hoping it works out well because I paid good money for this microphone.
You sound great.
Awesome. There's Scott Reeves. He is here in the chat. That's awesome. So he will help moderate some of this stuff. So if you have any questions, like I said, put them in there. So let's get started by you guys introducing yourselves.
Hi, my name's Eric Peters. I'm in the bottom right. Hey.
What do you do in the band, Eric?
I don't know. Guitar, rhythm guitar.
I'm Chris, the other Chris, not the host. And I'm the drummer. That's all I do.
And I'm Alex, and I play the bass. Guitar.
So Chris and Alex are the backbone, right?
Oh,
the rhythm section.
Yes, that's us.
All right, so here's a icebreaker question: Waffle House or IHOP?
Waffle House all day.
Waffle House.
IHOP's too fancy, man.
Fancy?
Yeah.
I want to go in off the side of a highway and like feel a little bit endangered when I'm eating shit.
That's for sure.
That's what it feels at home.
All right, so
yeah,
I don't know the answer to this question, so it was kind of, how did you come up with the name of the band?
Well, there was this girl at one of my schools that I went to, and she was like really pretty, but she smiled. She just had this is not appropriate. But when she smiled, she just turned ugly. That's all I'm saying. So, all right. You thought that was an easy question, but yeah, and we like it because it kind of sticks out. It's kind of odd and unique, and it's about the duality of humanity.
Yeah,
well, we were trying to find a name for a long time, like a long time. It took us forever, but
yeah,
that was a song name that you had, and then I saw it, and I was like, what if we use that for the band instead? And you were not sold on it for a while, but then it came around. But I liked it, because of that duality. That's what we kind of wanted.
Because it gives you the ability to be like serious and funny, or I don't know. Human beings are all about their dual nature, and that's the most interesting part of human beings, really. Yeah, we like the name.
It pretty cool logo with it too, right? So you can play around with that a lot. So
Chris's girlfriend, she's our graphic designer, Sarah Wilson, and
shout out.
She's really awesome, and she brands us on point.
What was the name?
Sarah Wilson.
That's funny. My wife is Stacy Wilson, and she's a graphic designer as well.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
This is weird, Chris. This is weird,
There's a lot of lot of stuff going on here.
My wife did my logo, but she gave me she does contract work, so she's busy with her clients and stuff. And so she gave me a whole 5 minutes to do the logo. I'm like, all right, whatever. Just give me a logo.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, I used to have a podcast as well doing music interviews too, right?
No way. No,
Yeah, I
you didn't.
did.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, I
think
did.
they meet in
It
person.
was called Cold Covers.
No way. That's awesome. So
Yeah.
why'd you stop?
COVID shut it down. We had a couple big episodes like Left to Suffer and Glimmers. Left to Suffer just blew up. Like we got them right before they blew up, and
Nice.
that one has hundreds of views, tons. Their performances on there have thousands now, so it's pretty crazy.
That's nice. Well,
I still get hit up on that even though I haven't even uploaded in a year. It's really weird.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
All right. Well, let's put that down in the description.
No, you don't have to. No, who cares? No, whatever.
So how'd you guys get started as a band?
All right. So, we kind of came out of another band. Me and Eric have been playing music together for forever in a ton of different bands. We went to the same high school, which is where we started playing music in high school. And then, but when COVID hit, our old band, Mount Royal, kind of split up, and me and Eric weren't ready to be done. And we were like, let's give this one last hurrah with us. And so then we put out an ad on Craigslist and found that ugly dude, top right, Alex.
The homeless guy?
Ugly Alex.
We
Yeah.
We found this bum on the street.
He was starting a fire earlier. You missed it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we found him, and it was really weird at first because it was Craigslist, and it's always weird on there. You never know what you're gonna get. But I mean, he freaking crushed. I mean, he came in. It's just it was like kindred spirits. Me and him playing together, it was immediate connection, which is all you need in the rhythm section.
Well,
and we were just reading each other's minds. It was crazy.
That's awesome.
The rhythm, drum and bass is the most important part of rock music.
Oh, no doubt.
And I just firmly believe that. We firmly believe that. And when Alex came in, he came to our first practice. He just had a bass, no cables, no amp. I just had a bass amp.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And the first song we did, we had started writing Caution. That was the first one we really did. And the ending breakdown on Caution we hadn't ever done before. And Alex just hit the pocket so nice. And him and Chris just gelled so well. And that last 2 minutes of Caution was basically improvised the first time Alex came to that first practice. So it really was just kind of special moment.
Yeah, and we started with a different guitarist, Carson, and then that we split up with him before we started recording. Just musical differences, it wasn't going to work out. He wanted to go a different way. He was a great guy, though. Real great guy. But
really,
great guy.
yeah, really good guy.
Yeah, and he's in a band called Cadillac now, and they're so go
they're
check
really good.
They're
He's
local
really
too.
good.
they're Athens
Yeah.
based, but they played at the 40 watt, and I don't know, they're good. They just came out with an album called Color Vision.
I'll have to check them out. I'm
Yeah.
always trying to find new local bands, and it's funny as this channel grows, I keep finding more and more pretty quickly, and there's a ton of Atlanta bands. It's crazy.
There really are.
Yeah.
The
scene here needs to get more attention nationally for sure, because there's so much talent. It's insane.
Oh, that's a nice comment. So Scott Reeves, my daughter digs y'all's music and wanted me to tell you.
Nice.
Thank you.
That's
Cool.
Awesome. Hi.
Hello.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
Hello.
That means a lot.
No. So when you guys first started, you one of you came up with an idea of doing releasing music every month at the end of the month, right? Forever, ever, right?
Yeah, that was Chris's brainchild.
Yeah.
And it's just honestly, it's a great idea. Yeah.
But I mean, you've already released. What, you up to 10 now? I think.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and you've pretty much been legit on every month. It's crazy. How do you keep up with that? And where do you get your inspiration for that? I mean, that's just crazy. I couldn't imagine writing one song yet, one a month.
You know, I'm not too big on the Beatles, but they do have this one like quote or whatever, and whatever label they were on would make them write a song like every month or week or 2 weeks or something like that. And like the album Let It Be was like kind of rushed, but you know, John and Paul would always say like they're best when like their backs are against the wall or whatever, whenever there's a obligation or a time crunch. That's when they really put out their best work because you're forced to. And I think that a lot of musicians kind of get bogged down in perfectionism, or it might be laziness, but having the obligation of like releasing something new to your fan base at the end of each month really forces you to exercise your creative brain and be practical and on schedule. And I think it enhances your creativity rather than takes away from it. Because I think a lot of people think like, I would just run out of things to do and, or, write about. And I just think the opposite is true. I think the more you exercise your creative brain, the more ideas flow and the more present you are. But yeah, I do like that system.
Yeah, it definitely helps keep us on task. Like it keeps you present in the band and in the music, and like keeps you working towards something. And there's always something exciting because like, I mean, sometimes we'll backlog songs, so we'll have like 3 in the bank ready to go. But then other times it's like we're recording once a month, so there's always something to look forward to in the band. Whereas in previous bands, like you'll record an album and you'll have months of downtime of nothing going on, where it's like, you kind of forget you're in a band. But this way you're like constantly working, constantly doing something, and it forces you to stay on task of like, what are we doing next?
Right.
What are we promoting? What are we, always in the mindset of the band, which is super helpful and like necessary to succeed. I mean, not like we've succeeded yet, but from all the people I know that have succeeded, they say the same thing. It's like once they full committed to it, that's when they did. So.
Yeah, it's about staying present in the moment.
Right.
And yeah, I think we're gonna spice it up a little bit in November and December, and our release in November we think is going to be like an audio tree kind of little mini live album thing. And at the end of December, we're thinking about packaging all of our stuff and making an album and, LPs and all that.
Right. Nice. We got a question from Rick. Are you guys Fender or Gibson guys?
We started out as we were a Fender band, and Alex had a P bass, and I have a Jaguar and Reverb Deluxe. But Alex has since abandoned me in my Fenderism, and he has a Rickenbacker now. But that thing's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
It is nice.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine having one of those. Those are awesome. So back to the subject we were just on, though. I do my pick like every Friday, and usually it ends up being Monday because I'm get busy. But and I always see you guys, and I'm like, man, they got another song. They got another song, and like, I try to spread the love on the music and stuff like that. But you guys keep coming in there, and I'm like, I gotta pick them. They're really good. So
thank you.
Not only are you just throwing music out there, it is quality music, and it's unbelievable. Everybody needs to check out their music and listen to it because it is definitely good. It's got a good feel to it, and it's fun to listen to. It's there's no time you can't listen to it. You know what I mean? There's like Metallica, you're not going to listen to it all the time, right?
Yeah, a brunch,
and you're not going to listen to country all the time. But you guys have a fun music.
We appreciate that a lot. Thank you.
So what kind of backgrounds do you guys have in music?
Alex, you want to start?
Yeah. So I've played bass for a while. My dad plays bass. My mom would sing and my sister would sing. So I grew up in a musical family. So I've always been around music. and I picked up bass when I was maybe in 7th or 8th grade, and just been playing since then, learning songs that I loved, and just trying to play with better musicians than I did the last time, and so I finally kind of found my spot in terms of a bassist, which is nice.
Nice.
So
Yeah, and I guess me and Pete kind of had the same story, self-taught. I was playing a little bit before Pete in high school with other bands. And then like our high school had this thing where it was like a talent show type deal, but only music every year. And student bands would perform on a certain day. And Pete really wanted to do it one year. And we got a band together, and he was the bassist because he was the worst guitarist
I was
out of
really
the three. So like we forced him to play bass. And yeah, he was a bassist up until this band, where he finally wanted to spread his wings and be a front man and play guitar, because the bass, he was getting outshined as a bassist.
honestly, I as a guitar player, I hate guitar players. I think they kind of, I don't know. I hate being in bands where they're just like, I want to be louder. I need to be louder. So I think the best part of me playing guitar is I can be like, I can just shut the fuck up. I'm sorry.
That's all
I can
good.
just shut up and make more space for the really cool stuff that Chris and Alex do. And yeah, so I really like it.
Awesome. So what's your writing process like? How do you guys start with a song? Like the short version.
So I guess our how we go about it is we come with a lot of ideas and kind of just pick the most meritorious ones. So like each song will have like, I don't know how many, but like maybe 10, maybe we'll have 10 to 20 ideas just kind of in the works. And we get together and practice, and we kind of just are critical of those 20 things. And usually if you play through them, you'll kind of feel that moment where you're like, okay, this is the most meritorious of the 20. And then we just hammer on those. Yeah.
Awesome.
Mostly it's Pete coming up with a part and then brings it to us, and then we flesh it out.
Yeah.
Usually.
And it's very critical, but I like that, and it makes the music better. I think you can be in a lot of bands where everybody's a yes man, and it leads to too much music and not enough quality music. So I'm really appreciative to be in a band and have done music with Chris for so long. Like that process, I think, has made me better over time. Yeah.
What he's trying to say is that I'm an asshole and telling his stuff stinks sometimes.
Yeah, but I like it. I like it. You're a good butthole.
You want to talk song style at all? I mean, you're an indie rock band, but you almost have a little bit of, I don't want to say island music too, but it's got that feel, like it's a rock band that's indie that's got a little, I don't know, to me it's got a little bit some other flavors in there.
Yeah. Well, we definitely I don't know, every single we release, we kind of want to contradict the previous single or make it different and kind of exercise our creative brain a different way. So stylistically, that just kind of makes us kind of walk a weird path, but we really like embracing the different styles as they come up or different feels. So stylistically, we're not, married to one thing or another. We just kind of are curious about music, and whatever comes up, comes up.
Yeah, I mean, some of our favorite bands were like bands like Red Hot Chili Peppers, where, I mean, you listen to Stadium Arcadium, there's no genre of that album. Like, it is all over the place. It's like radio pop to funk, heavy funk. So, I mean, like, there's no like lane that we try to go down. It's just kind of the music that we like or what we think sounds good. Like, we have songs all over the place. Like, we have a blues song, Second Kind. It's just straight up blues. So, I mean, and then we have stuff like Karina, which is just pop indie. I don't even know. So We don't really have a lane. I guess we won't really ever have a lane either. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's satisfying creatively. I don't know.
Who are some of your biggest influences?
Definitely Chili Peppers. The Who really made me and Chris really want to play live music. But I don't know. I feel like we're just all curious about different types of music and are open to being influenced by whatever in the moment. I really love The Cure. There's just a lot of bands I like.
Yeah, Pavement, The Cure, Group
Pavement.
Love was a big influence on us. I think
Pixies, Band of Horses.
Yeah.
Sonic Youth.
I totally forgot about Sonic
Yeah.
Youth. Oh my gosh.
Zeppelin. all of it. All the good stuff. All the grunge bands. You know.
Yeah.
One of the coolest releases lately, though, is the War on Drugs. That new album's really good.
They never miss.
It's really good.
They never miss.
Them and me and Chris love Kurt Vile and I like Courtney Barnett and I don't know. It's just whatever. It's all over the place. But yeah, that War on Drugs album's really good.
I'll have to check that out. I haven't heard that, so definitely have to check that out. What was your favorite song to record?
Alex?
Oh gosh, I would probably say maybe Caution. I think that's probably my favorite song just in general of ours. But I think when we recorded that, it really solidified the natural kind of essence of us playing together as musicians because it was such a natural song that came about. So it was nice to really solidify that and make it a song officially. So I'd say probably Caution.
What about you, Chris?
Yeah, Caution was hard, man. That was stressful for me.
That was hard. Oh my God, we had a free recording session that we won. And it was the first time we had been in the studio's Ugly Smile. We went all the way out to I don't know where we were. And we were in this back of this warehouse.
My God.
This dude was like, come on in and record this song. And it was awful.
It was in a child's daycare.
Yeah, it was in a daycare.
Yeah.
It was in a daycare in a shopping mall. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. And also what was hard about Caution is if the song fits it, we record to a click and that song needs a click. And it was just so painstaking recording the scratch track to a click, or for me, because I was just that was the first song we recorded and the first time I had played guitar on any tracks. And yeah, that was an interesting song.
And then the breakdown of Caution was me and Alex doing that live.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't do that to a click because it's so flowy.
Mm-hmm.
And the tempo change was so big. And when we lined it up to a click, it just sounded mechanical and terrible.
And that's the same thing that happened with Evil Side, which is the song we released on Halloween. We tried to put it on a click, but it just felt really forced and unnatural. And so Chris recorded the drum. We always record the drums first. But Chris recorded the drums without a click in one take for Evil Side. And it came out so natural and flowy. And I guess we do kind of just choose, depending on the song, whether we do to a click or not at all, or mix the two. But my favorite song to record, I think, was probably Good Intentions. That was a good one.
That one was crazy. You remember it? That was stressful, man.
It was stressful, but that was the first time I felt we actually got in the groove of doing the process of the monthly singles.
I think we took the most time on that one too because the parts were so intricate.
Yeah, we did. Because I remember we submitted, Cable and Caution the playlist and all that a month before or something, and we were rushing to get Good Intentions out.
Mm-hmm.
But that song stuff felt really satisfying. I think that was the most out of any song ever, to where the idea in our collective head was materialized really identically to what was in our heads, and that felt really good.
Yeah.
The hardest one to record was friggin' Garden State. That was because I just lost my mind on that song. It's this little like 2-minute little pop song. It's just easy as hell. It's like 4 chords, and like I messed those vocals up so bad. Our engineer, his name's Marcus David, Pick Bus Productions. Like I probably went into that studio like 3 times to do the same vocals. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one was
It came out good though.
Yeah, that's okay. we collectively that's like the black sheep for us because it was just rough. Like we didn't get a lot of listens out of it. We're just like yeah.
yeah. We're like, well, let's not really push the promoting on this one too hard.
Skip this one.
I thought it was great, but
Thanks.
learning experience, I guess.
Yeah. Be
Yeah.
prepared.
So, what do you guys enjoy more, performing or recording?
Performing. Oh,
Performing.
sorry.
I like both.
I like both, but performing, there's nothing like it ever. Like with a good crowd and a good stage and good sound, there's nothing that comes close to that. It's insane.
Right.
But I like both pretty equally. I think they're both just unique. I love the feeling of clicking with like a group of people on something and like actually working well together on songs. It feels really good, and accomplishing the songs feels really good. But yeah, nothing like playing live.
So I kind of wrote this before it came out, but you have a new single out. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. And it was Evil Side, which it's sonically very different from our other singles.
What?
Talk about Evil Side.
Yeah, it's like more droney, I guess. Evil Side is weird. We've had this song all year. Like we've had this song kind of ready to go the entire time we've been recording everything else. But we couldn't get the feel right, so we just kept hammering it out in practice, trying to get that droney
it's kind of like stonery.
Yeah, it's almost it's kind of stonery feel, I guess. But we couldn't get it right feel wise for a long time. And then we kind of did a couple months ago, I guess. So we were planning on recording it, but then we kept pushing it back. But I'm glad we did, because if we tried to record it earlier, it would have felt bad. I don't know. And I guess, it's one of the weird songs that we've had in our bank the entire time, I guess, without recording. With the other ones, like once we hammer them out and get them ready, we're like, all right, let's get it out of the way and knock it out. So we're glad that it turned out as well as it did. It's one of our favorites, and it turned into one of our best live songs, honestly.
Oh, real nice. Did it have anything to do with Halloween at all, where you released it on Halloween and it being the title?
It was kind of fitting, but no, it didn't have anything to do with that. It was the song is about our experiences through friends who have like kind of become addicted to substance, and it's about substance abuse, and it's kind of like back to the duality thing. With substance abuse, there is like an underlying duality of being like super serious, obviously, and life ending, and then also very like flippant and joyful, because like people like getting like throughout their come up while they're getting addicted or using. It's very fun, and it's like they think it's fun, and so the lyrics in that song, the first half is more of that flippant kind of describing things that are messed up in a cheeky way, I guess. Like the first line's like, how you gonna miss it? How you gonna spit on the dog? That's like a very weird way to say like kind of like how can you not realize this is messed up, I guess.
Right.
And the second half of the song is the very serious nature and other side of the coin of being addicted, and it ends in death, and it was just very emotional. And
Right.
yeah, it was just a very emotional song, and I'm very proud of it. I think that I'm very proud of Chris and Alex in that song in particular, and yeah, it's very dense as well, and a lot of guitars and bass and all that stacked. Um, yeah, I felt like the message came out. Like I didn't. The last two stanzas of the song, I had a hard time writing for a while, and like around the same time of year, a couple of years ago, was when me and Chris lost a friend, and it was kind of like those last two stanzas were kind of like, um, how you want to, what do you want to say, or what's the point? And I just had a hard time, like I don't know, thinking of a point or something to say, and like uh, one day before, the day we were going to go into the studio, finish the vocals and bass and all that, or we get the guitar or whatever. I was just thinking about him a lot, and I wrote those last two stanzas on like an auto manual, and yeah, we went in there and it felt right. I don't know. It was very emotional song.
Yeah, I mean, who he's talking about, Nolan, is who we started doing music with, like originally in high school. So, yeah, it's super emotional for us and personal. So, yeah, I'm really glad that it came out the way it did and got those emotions across, because it would have felt like a disservice, I guess, if we didn't. But I feel like we did. So,
Yeah, and I think that's kind of like why the song took so long in a weird way. It's just like
yeah.
just hard. It's delicate. It's very chuggy and like it sounds very chuggy, but it is a very delicate song. And yeah, I feel like it said what it needed to say, and it came out when it needed to come out. So
Yeah, it's a great song, and it's my pick this week. I didn't do it yet just because I didn't want to take away from this interview and stuff. But tomorrow I'll be, announcing that's my pick of the week. So it's a great song, and I enjoyed it. And you definitely can tell it has some heart and soul in that song.
but what I will say, another thing that's interesting is that with each set of four singles that we go through, we get a new artist to come in. Um, and like the first four singles of the year, there's this Vietnamese kid that I met on Instagram, and he did the first four. He did a really good job on those first four.
Mm-hmm.
The second four is photography, and this next four is kind of like abstract style painting. And like if you go on iTunes and you go see the picture for Evil Side, it's like this dude who's like half octopus or something, and like the octopus is like choking him.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think, and the artist's name is Marcella Zavala, and she just absolutely nailed the meaning and everything behind the songs. That's the only other thing I wanted to say.
Right.
It's our take on Squid Games.
Yeah, and we're doing Squid Games.
Topical reference.
We're being topical. Halloween with Evil and Squid Game. Yeah, we got it.
Everybody, if you can like this video, that'd be great. It helps, not only helps the band, it helps the channel, and helping the channel, it helps the, the bands that we interview and stuff, and promotes them, and it'll help out this interview. Where can people find your music?
Everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music. Really the best way, and what this goes with all local bands, but the best way to support them is literally just to go follow and absorb their content. You know what I mean? Or absorb their creative pieces. So if you go to Instagram or whatever and follow us, you'll keep up to date with all the new singles we have, and we'll point you in the right direction to music videos and all sorts of stuff.
We got it all.
It's all over there.
Yeah, your videos are great. I use YouTube and Spotify, but I've seen both of them. So anything else you guys want to talk about or plug, or If anybody has any more questions, I see there's quite a few people in here. If you have any questions for the band, ask them and we'll get them answered for you guys. Just put it down in the chat and we'll take care of it.
The biggest thing we have and the biggest plug we have is we're playing at the Masquerade on November 26th at 8. That's Black Friday, the day after Halloween. Take what you can get. We're excited for it. And please come out and come see us. We're on a really good bill, actually. Like Chris loves the band we're opening for, Jail Socks.
Yeah, they're really good.
Also, Home Safe is playing with us, and
they're an offshoot of Knuckle Puck. A lot of people might know Knuckle Puck in your audience.
I've heard that name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At Arm's Length too. They're also playing with us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to that show. We're preparing very hard, and we'll see y'all there. Please come out.
That should be a really good show. That's a good lineup.
Yeah, if you want to get tickets to that, message us on one of the social media things, and we'll hook you up with tickets at the door. It'll help us out if you're going there to see us. Don't buy them like online. Buy them from us, I guess.
Okay, awesome. And I'm going to put everything down in the description. I was bad this weekend. I didn't do it, but we've had baseball and basketball all weekend. It's crazy. But anyway, so I'll get everything down in the description tomorrow. You want to talk social media? You know how people can see on social media and stuff?
Just look up Ugly Smile Band, and it's pretty distinctive, and you'll find us. Please go to our YouTube channel as well. It always helps to, go check out our music videos. We got one music video for Good Intentions that was done in one single take. We're very proud of that one. So go check that one out. Cable TV also has a music video, and so does Spanner in the Works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely check that YouTube channel out. Subscribe to them. Like all their videos. Do everything you can for these local bands, man. They work their butts off, and they need all the support we can give them. So,
definitely get on our YouTube because, like Peter said, we're going to be doing like a live thing pretty soon. So you'll be able to see and hear us on YouTube playing our stuff live.
That'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So you got a venue picked out for that? Like, is it just one of your?
It's going to be at Pink Bus Productions, and that's a studio in Duluth, run by Marcus David, who's really, he's been really instrumental in our progression this year. The quality of recordings comes from him and Corey Batista and Jesse Cannon
and Greg Henler.
Our tracker, Greg Henler does our tracking, our mixing, and our mastering, and it's so satisfying working with them because they have the best gear and they're just so pro. We're so used to demo tapes in some dude's apartment and
we switched mixing people halfway through this, and I don't even think people can tell.
It's nuts.
In terms of quality, Greg took over from Corey running, passed the baton and got that same feel and quality of tone that we've grown accustomed to up until that point. We won't tell you when it happened because we don't want you to try to find the difference, but I'm sure no one else can find when it happened because it is, the quality never stopped.
Yeah, that's so satisfying.
And they're better than we are. They make us sound good. We're decent, but everyone's like, damn, your production's crazy. We're like, oh yeah, what about the music? They're like, yeah, but your production.
No, and that it's huge too. Everybody talks about one of my favorite bands is Guns N' Roses, and their first album, is Clink did their production part of it, and it's was it the band or was it the production? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's very much both. It really is.
So, well, I really appreciate you being on here with us, and we'll have to do this again in the future. And
definitely,
absolutely, it was very enjoyable, and really thank you for having us and taking an interest. Yeah. So thank you.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, Alex. Being out there in the time.
It's fun. This is a pleasure. I don't mind at all. This is great.
That's where he lives.
That's where he lives.
Yeah, I live outside. Yeah.
His favorite parking thing.
You don't see it out of the shop, but his barrel is like right below.
Yes.
Yeah, next time you can do it in the tent, maybe.
Yeah.
Doing my box, my custom box.
It's crazy you have a power connection out there in your tent.
Crazy. They're giving broadband to everybody now. It's crazy.
It's hilarious. All right. Well, I really appreciate you guys again being on here. And everybody, thank you for watching. And everybody go straight home.
Bye, guys.